Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video we're diving into PKA season something for the new PKA Lin for the post 11th anniversary shenaniganry. So we have a new season of PKA, and in today's video we're going to be focusing on not using any of the new characters and utilizing the auto strat for the mini bosses. Now every season I ramble on and on about it, but I would highly recommend. Look, I wouldn't even highly recommend. I would really enforce that you guys keep the mini bosses on level 1 and level 6 respectively. It just allows you to just clear it just so much easier. Like, it's getting the turtles, it's way easier. You can then pick up like a Garling or a Garp friend captain, and that's just gonna help you like get more drops. And that way you don't have to really worry about the team. You can kind of just throw on as many point boosters as possible, hit the auto button, and then from there you're pretty much good to go. So it's what I would really recommend that everyone do. At level 1 and level 6 respectively for the mini bosses, the fights are not hard. Like, you can honestly just hit auto. If you want to, you could just like use specials and super types and stuff like that. As you can see, I used the Zoro special on turn 1. It's a really good wave clearer. You have Zoro's super type, which is a big reason why I have him as my captain for these particular farming events. Your boy did a couple summons on Saturday. I was at a beer festival, and look, you guys know how I get when it comes to beer festival. So I did a few summons, and we managed to pick up Garling and the 2 rare recruits. I didn't record it because obviously I was out with the boys. So that probably would have made a pretty fun video, but like, a couple of those guys can't be trusted when it comes to the audio quality of those particular boys. So yeah, I managed to pick up Garling, I managed to pick up the rare recruits. It was a good time. So you guys will see a few extra drops here, but obviously we're not including them in today's video, nor will we be including them in our PK runs, because look, everyone should be skipping the banner. We have the One Piece Day celebration that is coming out probably in like 10 days, which is going to be a Super Sugo Fest, so you really want to try and save your gems for that. Yeah, so just make sure that you're ready to go locked and loaded. Garling is sort of like the exception, I guess, because I feel like with the anime and what's been happening in Egghead at the moment, we're obviously moving towards more Celestial Dragon characters, and the more Celestial Dragons you have at the 99 cost limit is going to help you build out those teams for characters like Saturn and stuff like that, and as well as Garling. So for myself, I just really wanted to get Garling. I was very lucky. I got him on the 3rd multi, I think it was. Yeah, I got him on the 3rd. Pretty sure it was 3rd multi, something like that. And then we did a few more for Garp, but unfortunately we didn't get too lucky, but we picked up the rare recruit. So look, it's going to make our PK farming a little bit easier. It's also going to make our Assault Rumble a little bit nicer as well. But as you can see, for this particular team, you just want to basically bring the 1-drop units in Boa and Mihawk Prono. They are the super evolutions from the last 2 events. They're going to give you an extra drop. You can obviously run Nami Karina as well as a really good option for this particular team as well. I always forget about Nami Karina actually when I'm starting this video. So Nami Karina is definitely going to be the captain that I'm actually going to pivot to for the final boss, because like Nami Karina is just going to give you some more drops, which is always really nice. Nami Karina just giving you that extra total drop actually goes to the total. So yeah, you do want to try and bring Nami Karina where you can. I did have Zoro here just because Zoro was getting buffed by Garling, and Garling was buffing him. He's also a pretty good wave clearing like character, like I said. So later down the line, you can actually use his special super type to actually do a little bit of damage. But just getting the extra drops, I think, of Nami Karina is probably just going to be a little bit nicer. So we'll pivot to that once we get to the final boss fight. As you can see here, even with the thresholds, damage reduction, defense ups, all that nasty shenaniganry, like, it's really not that big of a deal trying to get through these stages. And if you really want to as well, when you get to the final boss, if you guys can find a Garling friend captain, you can always just bink Garling. Garling does 2 million damage that ignores normal attacks only. So you can always just use his special to just clear out that last boss fight. So shout out to Papa Shanks. Gotta love Garling in the game, man. So it's a good site. It's a good little site for Shanks lovers like myself. So getting extra drops there. We get the extra Hime totals just because we have the units. Again, not something I would recommend summoning on. Definitely try and skip this banner if you can. You can always go back to the Garling banner if like Celestial Dragons are the flavor of the celebration. But for now, like I said, I would I would make sure you have enough gems to sort of pull all those Super Sugo units. That's going to be the main goal. So let's get to this final boss fight. I'm going to skip all that shenaniganry there. I don't have any need for the PvP fights right now in terms of the video. And Saturn, he's the character that's going to boost the the extra drops and stuff like that of the characters that you can summon. So we are going to pass up on that too. So let's quickly pivot here. Let's bring in Nami and Karina, because Nami, Karina as a captain, as I mentioned, are going to be an extra drop for us. So let's do that. As I mentioned too, if you can find Garling or Garp as a friend captain, you are going to get a few more drops. But look, if you can't find Garling and you can't find Garp, like don't be afraid to just run Nami, Karina as your lead. Let's see if we can find a Garp here. Okay, so we do have a couple Garps. A lot of Garps, actually. Garp's actually a pretty good character. But look, if this gets a little bit too challenging, like, you're not really going to want to run Garp. So I'm going to run double Nami Karina here, because I feel like you'll have a lot more success clearing level 60 to 80, well, 79, with a double Nami Karina captain. And like I said, you can always just save your Garp friend captains, your Garling friend captains for the mini-boss fights. That's the real place where you get, like, your drops. Like, at the end of the day, like, this final boss fight, it's not really there for you to get extra drops. Obviously, you will. But you want to prioritize your total gains from those particular mini-bosses, like the level 1 Bonnie and the level 6. Who was the last one? Boa. Yeah, it was Boa. Alright, so on stage 3, we have to deal with some bind. As you can see here, it's not that big of a problem because we have the Frankie and Sanji special. I'm going to switch with Nami Karina here. It's just going to give us a little bit of a base stat boost. And then we can get a color affinity with Sabo and Koala. Just a nice, easy kill there. Now, on the next stage, this one's a little bit annoying because you actually get binded on your sailors. So unless you have a character that can remove binds, you're actually not going to be able to get through this. But, like, remember, this is a auto farming team. So, like, you should be able to kill it without it. Like, I don't really see it being too much of an issue. But what we can actually do here, and I don't really see us needing the Nami Karina specials on the final stage, is we can actually just use the Nami Karina special and then the other Nami Karina special. So that way we get an orb boost and we get an attack boost. You can kill pretty simply there. And then that way you can move to the final stage. And then the what's it called? The bind's actually going to go away. Now, there is some threshold on this final stage. So, look, having the Karina version of the special would be great. I'm ready to throw in some supports here just to help us out to get around that. And that'll just bypass it. You have a super burn as well you have to deal with, so just be very, very careful there. But for now, I think just utilizing a Sabo Koala switch and a Sabo Koala special, as well as using a Frankie and Sanji special, should be just plenty of damage. Like, you have the swap of Mihawk Perona. Like, fuck, you can use the Mihawk Perona special. You have just a lot of different utility going for you. So, we're going to go bada bing, bada boom. See you later. Olin, and that is level 60 to 79 with no new batch characters, which you love to see. And like I said, just farm up those mini boss fights to get as many total gains as possible. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Hit the bell notification because obviously we have Assault Rumble stuff. We have the level 80 to 99 video that will be coming out with some of the free-to-play characters. I always like to use the Straw Hats and a Friend Captain Gear 5 for that. So make sure to hang around for that particular video. But like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.